everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to another video tutorial at Mrs. Lincoln's Inkin. Earlier I posted this card on my blog using the little spaceship and stars from the Blast Off Clear Bound stamp set. And you might wonder why I have a popsicle stick here on the side. And the technique for this card is what we're going to be learning today. If you take this popsicle stick off of the card and then scratch off this gray right here, it is a hidden message. How cute and adorable is that? Oh my gosh, I just love it. So I want to go ahead and show you how you can do that little scratch off center right there. So let's go ahead and get started. Now first, what you're going to need to make this is you're going to need a window sheet and one of the multi-purpose Big Shot sheets, and these can be found in your catalog on page 160. The multi-purpose sheets are item number 7, and then the window sheets are item number 3. And again, that's on page 160 in the annual catalog, which I'm excited because the new annual catalog will be coming out soon. So hopefully, if I hadn't posted this video before then, it's still on the same page. Okay, so what we need to do is on your multi-purpose sheet, one side is sticky and one side is not. So what we need to do is we need to peel off the side where it has the writing on it. Just need to peel that off. And then we need to stick, and be careful, it is really sticky. And then we just need to stick it down here on our window sheet. Just like that. Give it a good press there. Okay, so now we're gonna set that aside for a minute. Now for the mixture, what you need is just some regular dish soap and some acrylic paint. And I just picked this up at my local craft store, and I haven't tried it with different colors yet. I've only used gray. But I am going to be making a trip to get some different colors, so I'm excited to see how that turns out. Now, I already have a mixture made up because I've been making these like they're going out of style. But to make the mixture, what you need is just a plastic teaspoon, and you need 2 teaspoons of your acrylic paint and 1 teaspoon of your dish soap. So you just pour it on here, pour it in your container. You can use a little plastic cup. I'm using a Brad's container, whatever will hold your mixture. So I'm just going to give this a stir, and you want to make sure that you stir it really good. You're going to notice when you make your mixture that your hand soap is going to be trying to rise to the top. And if you put the lid on and then walk away to, and come back to it the next day, you're going to see all the dish soap on the top. But that's okay. Just give it a good, and I'm making a mess here, just give it a good stir, and that will all go away. So let me clean that up here real fast and get a piece of scratch paper here so I don't continue to make a mess. There we go. All right. That looks good to me. Okay, so now what we need to do is take our window sheet with our sticky sheet that we had, and this is just a foam brush, again, that I got at my local store, and we're just going to wipe this mixture on our window sheet. Now the more coats that you put on, the darker, obviously, your image is going to be, but the darker it is and the more coats you put on, the harder it's going to be to scratch off. So just keep that in mind when you're painting. Once we have our first coat on, we're going to take our heat tool and we're going to set this mixture here. So excuse the sound of the heat tool, but we're just going to set it real quick. And you'll be able to see when it's done, because all these little bubbles that you have in there, they will go away. But it's very important that you heat set it in between every coat that you put on. Okay, and now I'm going to put on a second coat. For me personally, I find that 2 coats is perfect for the look that I'm going for. It's not too light, it's not too dark, and it still rubs off really easily and really nicely. So I've been applying 2 coats. Get that little area right there. Okay. Now we're going to heat set it again. Okay, that should be good. Now we're going to set this aside just so it can finish drying a bit on its own. And then we will continue to make our card. So now I already went ahead and pre-assembled most of the card that I'm going to be making today with the scratch off. I used the crumb cake for my base. It's just average 5.5 by 11 scored at 4 1/4. And then I used the Polka Dot Parade DSP set and then framed it with my scallop trim punch and the Certainly Celery. And the card that we're making is going to be a birthday card, so I used my Create a Cupcake stamp set. And right now we just have 2 cupcakes on there, and it has the coordinating Build a Cupcake punch. Love it. So let's finish this card. Now what we need to do to get your greeting inside of your image is we need to take a piece of paper, so Whisper White or whatever color you want. And I'm using the stamp Wish Big from the from this one, from the Pennant Parade stamp set. And I'm just going to use my black Memento ink, and I'm just gonna stamp on there. If I can, there it is. Hello. Just gonna stamp on there my Wish Big. There we go. Then I'm going to take my cupcake building punch and I'm going to punch out the topper right there. I'm going to have the Wish Big right in my topper. There we go. Okay, so now that this is pretty much set, and you can feel it too. See, it's not coming off on my fingers, so that means that it's dry. We're going to take our punch again, and we're going to punch out the topper again. So just take this and punch it out. So now let's finish building our card. So I'm going to take a dimensional and I'm going to put the base of my cupcake down in the middle of the other 2 cupcakes. Just like that. I think it needs to go down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to take our image that has the scratch off and we're going to peel the back off. Now when you're peeling the back off, you want to be careful, especially if you have long nails or you don't want to puncture with your nail the gray or whatever color you decide to use, because it will scratch off. That's the point of it. And then we're just going to top this right on top of our cake topper there. Beautiful. Take another dimensional. Peel that off there. And then we're just going to stick this right on top of our cupcake base. How cute! So now I took just a normal popsicle stick and I colored it with a brown marker, and I took my happy birthday greeting from the Create a Cupcake set again with my word window punch. And for this, I'm just going to use some glue dots. Put it on the back of my popsicle stick. There we go. And then I'm going to put this right down at the bottom. And there we go. So now whoever gets this birthday card gets to scratch off the greeting underneath the cupcake. How cute! Here's the other one with the scratched off already done. I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Until next time, happy inkin'!